Hello and welcome to Language Monk and his random thoughts. Today I'll go back to my idioms and phrases. I've done quite a few so far, and then there was a gap. I was going through my UK tour, but for a change, in this episode I'll discuss some more idioms and episodes. I've already discussed quite a few. Let's look at some more. First one, not my cup of tea. When I say, suppose you ask me to join you for a swim in the sea or in a pool, and if I'm not in favor of doing it, in fact, if I don't like it, if I don't enjoy swimming, I can express my opinion by saying, no, I'm not coming, it's not my cup of tea. Something which I don't like, it's not my cup of tea. You too can say that if you don't like to see movies. Some people have a kind of a obsession with seeing movies, especially the first show, first day. So you can say that's not my cup of tea, I'm not joining. That's my cup of tea. Latin and Greek. Latin and Greek means something which we don't understand. If I hear some scientific explanations or spiritual explanations or philosophical explanations which go over my head, which I don't grasp, which I don't understand, then I can say, oh, these are Latin and Greek for me, which means I don't understand anything. You know, this is from the English language, and the English didn't learn Latin or Greek. For them, English was the only language. So it's natural for them to say Latin and Greek as something which they didn't know, and we are just repeating it. It is Latin and Greek means we don't know, we don't understand anything. Knowing the ropes. Knowing the ropes means knowing the tricks on going about it. You're going to climb Mount Everest. Normally you have Sherpas, Nepali Sherpas, who will guide you. They accompany you as guides. And you can say that these Sherpas know the ropes of Everest climbing. So it's good that they are here to help us. Or you are going for an IELTS exam, English test. Then you can go to an experienced teacher who knows the ropes, who knows how to perform well in the IELTS test. That's the meaning of knowing the ropes. Bits and pieces is the next one, and it means small things of different types. You can go to the market and buy something, you want a lump sum, but they say we don't have one lump sum, we can give you in bits and pieces. Anything you can get in bits and pieces, but we don't have the larger one. That's the meaning of bits and pieces. Various small things. Field day. Field day means a very enjoyable day. For example, I went to the Wimbledon in 2018. I went to the Wimbledon, I watched Roger Federer and a few others, spent the whole day in Wimbledon. And when I went back home, the folks at home asked me how was the day. I said I had a field day, I enjoyed it thoroughly. So you too can have a field day if you enjoy it. Dog days of summer. It means very hot days. When you have a very hot summer day, you can say it's a dog's day. The dog days of summer, it's a dog's day. There used to be frequent mention of dog's day during my youth when there was a very hot day and cricket was being played. The title used to be slow batting on a dog's day. Those days it was common. Probably we were closer to English language than now. Dog's day means a very hot day. Dog days of summer means the hottest days of summer. Don't count your chickens before they hatch. Don't take things for granted. Don't plan ahead. For example, you are expecting a good job, an overseas job. You have written the IELTS exam and you're expecting good marks, and your head goes round and round. You're thinking about your job abroad. You're getting, say, in Indian rupees, 2 lakhs a month. So you're planning ahead. I'll get 2 lakhs a month. Then I'll spend so much for house, so much for food, so much for dress, and so much I can send home. So somebody might tell you, a wise head, a wise friend might tell you, friend, don't count your chickens before they are hatched, because you're planning ahead and suppose something goes wrong. All of this is gone foot. So don't count your chickens before they're hatched. You start planning all this once you're sure that you get your job. So anything, you don't count your chickens before they're hatched. Call a spade a spade. That refers to a very plain talking person. If I'm very frank and honest and I talk straight, then I call a spade a spade. I don't have any diplomacy. I don't have any political correctness. I call a spade a spade. If someone comes and tries to fool me by offering things which he can't give me, I see through that. I tell him, look, you're not going to do this. I'm sure that you cannot do it. So forget it. I'm not going to do anything. That means calling a spade a spade. So make sure that you use it discreetly. Every time you can't call a spade a spade. You need some discretion. You need some diplomacy. But the meaning of calling a spade is talking frankly, saying things straight. Can't cut the mustard. It means something or somebody who is not adequate enough to do what he was supposed to do. You cannot have, for example, you have some cricketers who were selected for India and they disappear as fast as they came because they couldn't cut the mustard. They were not competent enough. They were inadequate to fill the role for which they were selected. So that's the meaning of to cut the mustard. Bite off more than you can chew. Can you bite off more than that you can chew? If you get a big piece of chicken or fish or mutton, you have to eat it by piece. You can't gulp the whole thing down. So if you do that, you are biting off something which you can't chew. Exactly, contextually, if you take responsibility of doing things which you can't do, you are biting off more than you can chew. Take only what you can do. Take what you are capable of doing. Don't bite off more than you can chew. An eye wash. It's a fallacy. It's something which is Malayalathile prahasanam. Something which is an eye wash, which is done to convince someone else. It wasn't done in earnest. You did something, you were asked to do something, you did something which was an eye wash. So nobody was happy, nobody was satisfied, even you were not happy, but you did something just as an eye wash. A man of straw. Nattelliyatha manushan. A man of straw is a very weak person. He's a very docile person. A very submissive person who doesn't have the strength of mind, the strength of will, the willpower to get things done. They are called men of straw. So we have men of straw in different fields like in sports or in politics who are not reaching the level which was required of them. We call them men of straw. That's it for this episode. Till next time, remember to wear your mask, wash your hands frequently with soap, keep a safe social distance, stay fit, stay healthy, and keep smiling all the time.